got to talk about the Drake Braun situation. Also have not recorded since then. Gentlemen, I feel like this is a story almost custom made for this podcast. What is your reaction to?
It's just, I didn't have a strong reaction to it at all because bro, it just felt like Braun was so bored. I mean, Braun. It felt like Drake was so bored rapping that shit to me, dog. Like, I feel like we've always seen the whole Drake.
You agree it was a shot at Braun?
I definitely think. I mean, it's called Fighting Irish freestyle. Like, Braun played for the fucking St. Vincent St. Mary Irish. Like, I think it's right there. But bro, like, I'm not gonna feel passionate about something you don't even feel passionate about, motherfucker. You were sounding like Daria rapping that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And we've
like,
seen
I
Drake.
guess I'll rap.
Yeah, and we've seen
raps is
crazy. That's exactly, bro. There was no. I was like, goddamn, Kendrick took the spark out of this motherfucker's life. Like, bro, you sound defeated right now. But when the whole thing is, we've seen Drake get in this bag before, right? Like, I can't trust anybody, but I'm still that guy. And it was just like, I just didn't hear the spark that we've heard from Drake before when he gets in that bag, and it was just it's just something that didn't move me, and I completely understand why he feels that way, right? Like, I get that you thought y'all were homies, and you turn on to the pop out and you see your homies at the pop out,
crip walking,
having a grand old time. You feel me? I get why you feel the way you feel, but like I said, the music just didn't move me, dog. And he was rapping his ass off. I'm not taking anything from him. I never. For all the criticisms I have against Drake, never said he couldn't rap. That motherfucker can go. He can rap his ass off, but it just didn't move me, dog.
I feel like Drake. Somebody need to tell this nigga, you need to go away for like 2 years. Disappear. Like, that's, and also you said music. That wasn't even music. He was like wasn't mixer master, none of that shit. This nigga's just, somebody set up a camera and he's just rapping. It was just such a weird setup. Like, I get why we group.
You think he needs to do the Bruce Wayne? He just needs to, like, every 6 months he's just on a tabloid cover with like 18 models on a yacht or something, and then just disappear for another 6 months.
He wants to be the man, and it's over. It's over. Mm-hmm. But I think also what's going on is the contract situation. He's on his Jimmy Butler, where he want the max. He want the biggest. It's bad timing. I know it sucks, but he cuts your nuts off right before you sign the deal, bro. And it is what it is. Now, what you do have, you need to protect. And this nigga just needs to sit still, come back and be missed. You know what I mean? But like, step back a little bit, you know, but he just can't give up being a man, G. And it's like you said, Tyler, he didn't even seem super inspired by what he was saying. That shit sounded like it was so dry and you know what I'm saying, and emotionless. I'm like, it's just, I don't even think it's funny anymore. I was talking to Adrian. I'm like, yo, why don't he just go sit down and shut the fuck up for a little bit? Like, we was just like, Nick, sometimes you got to know when it's time to just, you know, hey, I need to go sit down, shut the fuck up, take the L, come back. I'm not going to be the guy, but I can still make music, still do my thing. I'm still Drake. You know what I mean? Nigga, bro, he just really fighting for this top spot. Bro, Drake, somebody need to get in his ear. It's over, fuck, nigga. Okay. It's one of the women.
Hey, put a mic up close. I need to hear this.
John's the only person in the world that's ever blown a microphone out while whispering.
Yo, ass down, fuck nigga. It's crazy, bro. Somebody need to whisper in his ear and tell him what he need. Like, nigga, it's wild to me. It's wild. I don't.
Are we gonna get a response from Braun? What do you think the chances are?
Bro, I think Braun probably
less than zero.
Less than zero. But I know Braun. I bet you Braun has a notebook full of raps, bro. He looks like one of them motherfuckers. And I know Savannah probably told him, bro, you are 40. I know you are 40. That's probably why Drake leaked that shit. He saw Braun rapping his ass off to that Kendrick, I deserve it. I was like, no, sir, I will not stand for this. But to what you were saying, John, I think, like, you know, people always talk about, Drake lost the battle. Well, what exactly did he lose? He lost exactly what you mentioned. What he lost in this battle, which is compounded with the loss that he took from Pusha T, is, bro, you are not that nigga you think you are. And your fans know it won't affect your streams. It probably won't affect your bottom line. You are still going to be probably the top rapper in the game in regards to numbers and streams and all that. But you are not that dude who you think you are in your raps, and we know that has to hurt you. And I feel like we saw that hurt in that fucking freestyle.
I feel like it is affecting the bottom line to a degree because the type of contract he wants to sign, it's just not about streams. I'm that nigga. You ain't that nigga though, bro. You just got bullied in front of the world, and the nigga, you got his homies is fucking dancing on your homies is dancing on your grave. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bad, and I just feel like he just can't accept what's happened. And I mean, like, dude, you've been good for so long and been a nigga for so long, but like that particular like that pattern of freestyle, he's always killed though, like that type of freestyle, right?
Yeah,
but it just sounded dry. And I think part of it is because not just his emotion, but I think what happened to him, like we see him differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he needs to sit down and he won't. And I think he's just compounding the situation. Everything he's dropped has been a dud.
Yeah.
You did
everything.
Like, bro, I saw so many Drake fans talking about, oh, y'all said Drake is done, but everyone's talking about this freestyle. Bro, that motherfucker dropped 15 songs last summer. Nobody gave a fuck. The only time he moves the needle is when he's talking about the beef. That's it. The only time we talked about the only time Drake set Twitter on fire was when he filed those lawsuits and when he dropped this freestyle talking about the beef and taking shots at Bron. Like, bro, like, yeah, so like I said, he dropped those 15 songs and nobody gave a fuck. But dog, it's interesting to see how he's gonna pivot from here because, like I said, that armor, it's a permanent chink in that shit because we are all looking at him. If you're a rap fan, you're like, bro, all that shit you're talking about being the boy and how no one wants it. No, motherfuckers want it. You are a lick. People see you in seafood, dog. You know, so
nigga.
Yeah.
A meal, nigga.
You ain't that nigga you say you is. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, dog.
I'm man. I feel bad for Drake at this point, and I want him to go sit down, come back, still have something. But like you keep fighting this shit, bro. It's just like even his fans were like, "Yo, he needs to." I saw people that were Drake fans saying
because they're tired. They're tired too. They're tired of having to go on the internet and argue about why it makes sense for him to diss LeBron James, who he has tattooed on his body.
I mean, I get the feelings.
People say he's in baby mama beef with Bron, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to homie Less Humble Teach. That tweet fucking killed. He said Drake dissed the dude he got tatted on him. He looking like a baby mama right now.
Oh man.
Kill me, dog.
But John, you say you have some sympathy for him because, and I think people brought this up on one of the other times we talked about this. You had some sympathy for him for looking at Bron, you know, how heavily Bron went in for Kendrick when it's like, you're calling me bro, you have me on your TV show, all this other stuff. And then you know, seeing how kind of fickle LeBron's allegiance was or whatever. You had some sympathy for Drake on that.
I'm like, and y'all broke it down. These niggas is corporations. Ain't no real friendships, I guess. You know what I mean? But regardless of what their rules are, my rules are the same, nigga. If I call you bro, you bro. You know what I mean? Like I got homies that had problems with a nigga and they forgave him and it still fuck that nigga to me, bitch. Right. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't fucking with you, nigga. Don't come over here with me, nigga. I don't give a fuck if he forgave you. I remember that shit. I don't forget and I don't forgive, motherfucker. Sometimes I don't give a fuck what the Bible said, nigga. I'm me, bitch. I don't fuck with none of that weird shit you do. You know what I'm saying? So like, dog, like I'm that type of nigga, bro. I don't fuck with none of that weird shit. So like the fact that he kind of like that he called him bro and now he's at the that's whole shit. Any way you cut it, it's funny. I laughed. I'm gonna keep laughing at the shit. I don't know them niggas. I don't give a fuck. That ain't my nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's still whole shit. So I see why he will be hurt and fucked up over it. You know what I'm saying? He should be. But dog, you ain't gonna get what you want by doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the game.
I think when you said that was my response was like, Drake thought Bron was his brother. He did not realize that Bron is a Fortune 500 company. Like,
exactly.
Whose brand is aligned with whatever musician is producing.
Everybody that knows Bron talks about Bron is a nigga.
Well,
come on, you know what I'm saying? but he $1 billion nigga. That's different, I guess. You know what I mean?
Well, I also think like that's part of part of why Braun is
That's
aligning
just-
with Kendrick is look at the brands coming at it. Like think of it from a branding perspective. For who Braun is did he seem like someone who would be a fan of Kendrick during the beef or someone who would be a fan of Drake during the beef?
Yeah,
Like
but
you
like,
said, Drake
yeah.
repositioned himself. Braun didn't do that. Like Drake had a brand that Braun, it was easy for Braun to identify with. And now Kendrick, like you just said, with who Braun is, that's who Kendrick is. Like it's easy for him to connect with Kendrick. But who Braun is a dude that's going to rap whatever this year's version of Man at the Garden is at his birthday party and make everyone watch him do that. That's
the thing,
Kendrick
though,
right
too.
now, bro.
Yeah. Drake
It was Drake for a long
yeah,
time, but it's Kendrick now.
For sure. But Drake was actually his friend. Kendrick don't give a fuck about that nigga. Kendrick only give a fuck about his niggas. You know what I mean? You know, like, so like, how you reposition yourself in what way? Like, I think it would have been very easy for him not to go. I mean, he doesn't need to be at the pop out. Drake,
I'm just saying to
Braun
your
doesn't
point,
need that.
Braun's
He
more
is
like Kendrick than like Drake. Braun only cares about his group, and maybe Drake thought he was in that group, but clearly he was not.
I don't think
Braun is the biggest athlete in LA. He absolutely would have been at a concert thrown by the biggest rapper in LA. That's a dude who loves the spotlight above all else, bro.
Yeah, I just think he had to for a friend. For me, I don't think there's nothing. It's no situation where I think that's justifiable. Period. For a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think Drake misjudged the relation is what I'm saying.
I completely understand.
I don't disagree with you saying it's crazy. I'm
if
just
I
saying
call
that's
a nigga bro,
happened.
if I call a nigga brother on my own show, like I'm gonna feel like a bitch.
Hey, Braun did look at him like Braun did give him a look when Drake was like, "I didn't want to disappoint you." You know, that's why I called
and what
you.
I told you, I said you could never let me down. He's talking to that boy like he's talking to like he was his daddy.
Bro, I'm saying, but he said that on his own show, nigga. And then 4 years later, this nigga in the motherfucker see walking on this nigga grave. Come on. That's the type of nigga you is. I can't condone it. And I ain't tripping, but that's wild. That's wild, though.
That's crazy that Drake leaned on him after the ass whooping Pusha T gave him and Braun told him, you know, you could never let me down. And then he was out that bitch like, hey, they not like us. They not like.
And he let me down. He let him down.
It's undeniable, bro. It's a song I'm still not tired of to this day, and I've heard it a billion times. I mean, how much can we fault Braun for that? He had a chance to see that shit live.
Bro, the hard, like, that's the thing too, bro.
I don't know, dog.
How much fun did you have watching that shit from your couch?
No.
Enjoyed it.
It was my favorite, most singular moment in rap last year.
Period.
Without a doubt.
Right. So like,
and it was a rare thing that was probably more, but it was probably the rare thing that would have been more fun to be at than to watch it on YouTube. You know what I mean? There's not many things I would say that about.
The energy had to be crazy.
I'm not a concert dude, but I for sure would have loved to be there.
Before your nigga that you said you could never let me down, bro. Like, I'm just not. You will not have footage of me saying some I love a nigga like brother. You can never let me down. And then I'm walking to the nigga that's fucking cooking his ass, calling him all time. You know what I mean? You won't have that hard cut. You will never be able to do that shit with me. I think that's some whole shit. But it's funny. You know what I mean?
You know, in the 1800s, Walt Whitman said that he contains multitudes. And in 2024, Kendrick said he deserves it all. You know, I mean, it's the same shit. Like Braun wants to be friends with Drake and dance at the most popular song of the year. Like he wants all that, bro.
Yeah. I ain't mad at him. I'd have been that motherfucker too.
Tyler.
I don't know. I do not know their friendship, but I think Drake should not be all the way disappointed that a dude that he met through fame is picking popular shit over him. You know,
man, it's just a wild. That world is.
Drake isn't bullshit. Drake, bro.
It's
Drake,
such bullshit.
It absolutely is. Drake isn't Braun's homie if he's not Drake. And that's the thing. DeMar would have been Kendrick's homie if both of them didn't make it out. You feel me? Like that's
no, wait. I always said I understood the DeMar shit. Like I said, they probably know each other's cousins and shit. Like I never expected DeMar like that. That's deep, way deeper than this. I'm talking about two niggas that don't know that don't.
But Drake was heard about DeMar too.
You said what?
Yeah, Drake was heard about DeMar, and his fans made the same arguments about like he went to Drake's house after his father passed and all that.
But I'm talking about me. I didn't agree with that argument, and I thought that was weird. I see the Braun argument because that Bron, nigga, Bron called Kendrick. Kendrick might not pick up. Kendrick might send him to the voicemail. He might text the nigga back.
He might not have. He might not have the real number. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He got the. You know what I'm saying. He sent him to the beatbox, nigga. Like this Bron. You know what I mean. Kendrick don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So I'm just like, it's different. It's different with Kendrick.
But you're just such a loyal person. You can't even like wrap your head around it.
I just can't fathom this. I mean, it's not even about me personally. It's just wild that
it is about you personally, though. I do think I mean that in a complimentary way, but I do think it's about you personally.
I just can't,
because you can't even picture yourself in Bron's shoes.
I just couldn't do it, bro. Like, I'm gonna remember I just called this nigga brother. Even if it wasn't recorded, I'm gonna think about that shit. You know what I mean? He got that shit recorded and said, fuck all this shit. I'm pulling up, nigga. This the best rapper in LA. I'm the biggest nigga in LA, nigga. I'm a sea walker this shit. I'm a rapper, man. My 40-year-old motherfucker. I deserve it all, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Drinking wine, nigga. Like, it's just like, come on, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, it goes back to what you said about how the whole industry is bullshit. Like,
it's bullshit.
Like I said, I don't know how much you can expect for someone to be down with you if y'all became homies because y'all were both famous. Like, we became homies through Twitter and we got that shit out of the mud. We was some broke ass motherfuckers when we first became homies. You feel me? And but now
if we weren't broke and I met you now and I called you brother, nigga, it don't matter, dog. I mean, we ain't famous, none of that shit. I'm just saying, like,
no, but
we didn't have to get out the mud.
Let me devil's advocate for Bron's situation for 1 second. If you were Bron, if every person in the world, every time you walked out of the door, looked at you the way people look at Bron, you would have a really thick dividing line between your friends like Tyler and all of those people. Drake is one of those people. Like Tyler's like, he just is. Like,
you know, I would have never called him brother.
And I think that's
I would have never pretended you was in the circle if you wasn't. You would have known. I would have told you to beat it if you hit me.
But that's Drake's whole identity, is that circle, like, loyal. Like, that's his whole fucking thing. You know what I mean? And he managed to put that out in a way that, like, corporate accountants and dudes in Compton could listen to and enjoy. But I think he confused that with reality is part of what this beef was about, in my opinion.
I mean, we saw what Bron said to him, though. We saw that. We can't just say he confused it, because I was confused too, nigga.
But Bron famously goes on that show and lies all the time. Drake thought that
he didn't lie about the conversation that he had with Drake, though.
No, but Drake famously goes everywhere and lies all the time too. It's just one of them knows they're lying. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Drake ass lied about having that song. Bron lied about bringing a brother. Maybe that just canceled it out. You know what I mean? You know, two wrongs to make a right type shit, I guess. I don't know, nigga. It's fuck shit to me. It's all weird bullshit. I don't
disagree. I don't disagree with you about any of that. You know,
hey,
I mean, we don't have that perspective on anything.
Would y'all ever get me tatted on you as a homie? High school version of me.
I mean, look it, bro. I'm gonna say this. I don't even want to put that out there.
But I feel what you're gonna say. If you were to memorialize, yes,
I will memorialize my nigga for sure.
For sure.
I'm not gonna walk up to you, kiss you in your face, and have you tatted on my chest. I got a limit, nigga. I'll kiss you in your face.
And John's the huggingest, kissingest friend I have, bro.
Kissing this nigga. I love my niggas, bro, and I ain't putting nobody face on my body. I'm looking at and talking to.
That's why
I'm not looking at you. We ain't gonna be at the beach. I got my shirt off. We talking to you, looking at you.
And I look.
I'm not gonna.
I look over at your bicep and see me.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm talking about. I'm not gonna have a beer and fucking sweat dripping over your face on my chest while you're looking at it, nigga. That's never going to happen, my nigga. That is, but like, on my nigga, for sure, I memorialize my loved ones. But ain't no way we just rapping. Yeah. We at if you said high school, we at the club, it's fight music. I take my shirt off and you look at you. You don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like,
look. I love y'all boys to death. I would literally hop in front of a bullet for y'all. I mean that shit, but I ain't tearing y'all on my body, dog.
I can't do it. No, I don't got my kids. I don't have any. I'm not putting names on my body, bro. I got a brain for that. I got names all over here, but I I don't have my kids' names tattooed on my body, bro.
Your fucking brain, yeah.
I think the question Tyler asked is the craziest question ever. Would you get me tatted on you as a homie?
Like, how did that conversation go? Did he tell Bron he was gonna do that, or did he just show up? Hey, Bron,
nigga, he's surprised that nigga. You know he didn't see. He's surprised. You know that was. You know Savannah was looking at that nigga like.
Like, I don't even have this motherfucking tatted on me.
Your mask, you feel me?
Yeah.
This your mask, like, bro. That's a lot, and it's very weird. But that's a nigga who would buy apps. He ain't even got his real midsection. He got it tatted on. He got that nigga tatted on a fake body part.
Yeah, I mean, if you got etched in abs,
you got him tatted on the Tempur-Pedic, bro.
Yeah, he can remove that nigga at any time, bro. Which ab do I want to use today?
He's got a charm bracelet for a fucking stomach, bro.
Oh, shit. You mean? It's the most wonderful time of the year for getting in on all the hoops, football and hockey action at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the season of giving, we're being gifted college football and basketball, pro football and basketball, and pro hockey too, almost 24/7.
So many games every day, so many opportunities to place your first bet. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and place your bet. And here's a gift for all new customers. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Happy holidays from DraftKings. The crown is yours.